all the money in the world ain't even enough to get me to work in that creepy ass mansion. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way. Ayy. So I checked out The Devil's Child. It's also known as Diavlo. It was directed by David Borokes. The film is about a young nurse named Sherry that takes a job as a caretaker for an old man at a spooky mansion. I mean, this house looked like something straight up out of the Goosebumps. The fact that she was willing to work there gives insight just to how desperate she must have been financially. Sherry was hired by the old dude's daughter, Naomi, a weird, bossy woman who got her instructions from her father through visions. The first vision we seen was a wild one. It looked like Sherry was being attacked by a demon that looked just like the old man. On several nights, while Sherry was sleeping, she would wake up to the sound of a piano playing. And when she walked through the house to where the piano was located, she met a young man playing the piano there. They eventually danced together. It seemed like she was being courted by the man of her dreams. But when she asked the other assistant, Dwayne, if someone else was in the house, he said no. After she looks through a photo album found in the house and sees a photo of the old dude, Mr. Phillips, as a young man, that's when we find out he's the man in her visions. Throughout the film, Sherry had flashbacks of her childhood growing up in an orphanage where she was bullied by her caretaker. One of the flashback scenes shows the orphan children shocked to see their caretaker had been murdered. Another flashback scene showed Sherry as a child with the same rolled back eyes as the old dude and Naomi while she was killing someone with her bare hands like a savage. That person that she killed was her caretaker. It's clear that Sherry was struggling psychologically from that incident because she had visions of the murdered caretaker haunting her. The driver and assistant Dwayne looked like he knew exactly what the hell was going down the whole time. And I mean, how couldn't he? He said he was basically raised by Naomi and the old man. Whenever he came on screen, he was acting so awkward and like broken down that he was giving off heavy Get Out vibes. Late in the film, Sherry almost rips off Dwayne's arms while she's hypnotized by the old man, and at that point it becomes obvious that she is a Diablo. This is a dark film that relies on jump out scares from the old man looking like a demon, surprise grabs, and dark visuals to scare you. The old dude, Mr. Phillips, his daughter, Naomi, and Sherry are all the Diablos that they defined at the start of the film, which are a superior species with advanced mental capabilities, predators of humankind believed to have gone extinct in the late 1800s. Diablos must be vampires because they have long, sharp teeth that look perfect for piercing skin. If those teeth connect with your neck, it's over for ya. Also, the fact that the old dude was always hooked up to a blood transfusion is a dead giveaway that he's a bloodthirsty vampire. From what I've seen in this film, the advanced mental capabilities that the Diablos have include the powers to communicate through telepathy, they can hypnotize people, and manipulate people with visions. It sounds like they kind of have like a Sharingan almost. All my Naruto fans, where you at? They also have an increased strength and a taste for human flesh, which explains why Sherry was tempted to taste that blood from the IV hooked up to Mr. Phillips. The old man had used his psychic abilities to manipulate Sherry and Dwayne. He used visions of himself as a young man so that he could get close enough to Sherry so that he could have his way with her. That scene where she realized that she was hooking up with the old dude was disturbing. Sherry was chosen to carry Mr. Phillips' child because she's a diavlo, he's a diavlo, and throughout the film, Sherry had visions of a boy running through the house, and at one point, the boy called her mommy. Those scenes were there to highlight that she would be carrying his baby Diablo. This is a mysterious film that leaves it to the viewer to put the pieces of the puzzle together, so you gotta pay attention while watching or you'll be confused. The whole situation was a setup from the start, and that's why we seen Naomi have that vision of her father having his way with Sherry at the start of the film. They even had a crib set up waiting for the baby and everything. The acting from the cast was decent, but this is another horror flick that fails to deliver on being scary. It was entertaining though, so I'm gonna give it 2 mics. Let me know what y'all thought about The Devil's Child in the comments below. It's absolutely free for y'all to support the channel by hitting that like button and subscribing too. It doesn't cost y'all a dime. So make sure y'all support your boy, and I'm gonna get up with y'all on the next video, alright? Holla at me. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way